Welcome to the audiobook, Stories of Elders, but the greatest generation knows about technology that you don't. Written and narrated by Veronica Kirin. Produced by Identity Publications. Recorded at Vita Recording Studio in Kent City, Michigan. Copyright 2018.
The interview. When they referred to them as the greatest generation, one of the reasons is most of them were farm kids, so they had to learn to repair things. So if they grew up with the first semi-primitive tractor in their neighborhood and it stopped working for some reason, they had to find out why and fix it. So when they were faced with a situation, it wasn't like, what does the manual say and what are we permitted to do? You just did it. That's the kind of thing that made them great. Ruth Harper. We have, at this time, the unbelievable opportunity to speak with people who grew up in a non-technical era. People who may have grown up with dirt floors, no running water or indoor plumbing, no heating unit, a wood-burning stove for cooking, and a tub of water for a bath. These are living conditions we consider obsolete in today's America, and yet, they still exist in our collective culture, in the minds of our elders. They lived and worked without technology and have seen our society change over a century of technological development. Millennials are the last generation that will be able to bridge this gap and reach back into living history. I felt this opportunity too great to be ignored and decided to put my own life on hold in order to record our history and demonstrate not only how technology has grown, but how it has affected our society at its core. Today, we have a constant barrage of scientific studies and social commentary about technology disrupting communication, relationships, jobs, and more. But the voice of those old enough to have lived both with and without tech has little been heard. I determined to use my degree in cultural anthropology to develop a research project that would record the perspective of the greatest generation, Americans born before 1945. I used the following set of questions in order to create a cohesive narrative. I also used Kickstarter, an online crowdfunding platform on which friends and strangers could donate to projects they are interested in, to raise funds to travel 11,487 miles across America to collect stories from a variety of backgrounds. Technology is defined in this book as any machinery or equipment developed by the application of scientific knowledge during and after World War II, including the automobile, television, radio, space travel, computers, etc. This book is intended to be a cultural comparison and contrast between life before tech and life today. Has technology affected our lives at a critical level? Is a change in the way we use technology necessary? In my opinion, only those who have lived before it can tell. I used the following 15 questions to interview each elder that I met with. What is your full name? What is your current address? When were you born? Where were you born? Where have you lived? What was your childhood like? What was your favorite pastime? What has changed since then? What occupations have you held? How has technology affected you? How do you think technology is affecting us? How do you think it's affecting our youth? What have we lost to technology? What have we gained? And is there anything else that you think people should know? Introduction. The instruments and techniques of a particular technology are the product of a prolonged process of cultural accumulation in the past. Once the technology has come to include these items, they become part and parcel of everyday existence and hence culturally necessary. Peasants. By Eric R. Wolf. It was unseasonably warm the November day I packed up the car. I was nervous about driving across America alone, but I was committed to completing what I had started.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?